Straight ahead on CCX News. Jackpot in Plymouth. A winning ticket worth $1 million sold at a local Quick Trip. We'll share how the winner found out. Plus, a runner going the distance, a 50-mile distance, all to support homeless youth. But first, supermarket uncertainty. We have reaction to a super value sale and the impact on local Cub Foods stores. CCX News starts right now.
Hello everyone, and thanks for joining us. Minnesota's largest grocery chain faces an uncertain future. This after the nearly $3 billion sale of SuperValu to Rhode Island-based United Natural Foods. SuperValu is the parent company of Cub Foods, and the sale could have big implications for the grocery store chain. Alexandra Renslow joins us now to explain. Alex?
Shannon, experts say the SuperValu sale raises the possibility that some of Cub's 78 stores could be sold to other grocery store chains and that some could possibly close. Meantime, a local businessman who's owned grocery stores for nearly 3 decades says he wasn't surprised by the sale of SuperValu.
SuperValu's done some things over the past couple of years that have kind of led them up to the ability to have this happen. Plus the market's gotten much tougher and the whole industry is consolidating. SuperValu is still suffering some of the effects of the Albertsons acquisition and disposal, so yeah, I'm not surprised.
Jim Olmstead is the longtime owner of Olmstead's Fresh Market in Crystal. He says SuperValu is his store's primary wholesaler, which means that he buys the vast majority of his goods from SuperValu. However, he says he doesn't anticipate the new company to make many changes to the food distribution part of the business. As for what the future could hold for the 78 Cub Food stores, Olmstead says it's too early to speculate.
You know, there's a lot of, in the case of Cub, there's a lot of franchisees involved. So I think it's way too early to speculate what might happen. This is a very competitive market, and there probably isn't a long list of other grocery companies that would like to move here. So we'll see what happens.
Here in the CCX viewing area, there are 8 Cub Foods, including 3 locations in Plymouth. And you may have noticed several of the local stores recently underwent extensive remodels, including the Maple Grove and Crystal Cub stores. And this weekend, the Plymouth Cub on Vicksburg Lane is celebrating a grand reopening.
All right, thank you, Alex. Some Golden Valley residents will notice disruption to their streets over the next few months. That's because the Met Council is replacing sections of sewer pipe it says are at risk of failing. Eisenhower was president and Disneyland had just opened when the existing sewer lines were installed back in 1955. And now that they are 63 years old, they're showing signs of age. Officials from the Met Council say a byproduct of sewage is hydrogen sulfide gas, and that eats away at the concrete the pipes are made of. If they are not fixed, the pipes will leak. Some of the pipe is in good enough condition that they only have to insert a repair sleeve inside the pipe, but not all of it.
In some areas, we just simply can't repair what's there, so we have to dig out the old one, put a new one in. This pipe should last us another 50+ years into the future.
Work on the sewer pipes will continue through the fall. A Plymouth Quick Trip is seeing more customers come through its doors after the store sold a $1 million Mega Millions ticket. This store on Annapolis Lane is where a couple from Elk River purchased the winning ticket. The total jackpot was more than $500 million. The ticket sold here was worth $1 million. Clerk Tina Furlong knows the man who purchased the winning ticket. She was there when the customer found out that he had the winning numbers.
So I printed up the ticket numbers and he's like, "That's my family. That's my family's birthday. I got to call my wife. I got to call my wife." It was really cool and awesome. They don't have a big fat bank account like some of the millionaires out there. And, well, they're not millionaires. They're just everyday hardworking people like we are.
Wow, can you imagine? Quick Trip also received a $5,000 bonus. The store is considering using some of that money to make improvements to the store. A Brooklyn Center food shelf is helping foods to win when it comes to eating healthy. Steep's Farm Fresh Fest got underway, and reporter Sonia Goins is in Brooklyn Center with more on the event. Hi, Sonia.
Now, Shannon, you know, health experts are always telling us to eat our fresh fruits and vegetables, but unfortunately, not everyone can afford to do that. In fact, a new study by the CDC shows only 1 in 10 Americans eats enough fresh fruits and vegetables. Well, SEEP is trying to change that with their Farm Fresh Fest. That's a tongue twister, Farm Fresh Fest. Anyone could get free produce. Now, take a look behind me now. You can see volunteers are handing out all kinds of goodies. We've got squash, cucumbers, corn, cabbage. There's even bread. But besides food, there's also kids' games and music. The nonprofit is also teaming up with different community groups to educate the public. Police departments are doing bike safety courses. Organizers say this event is all about celebrating community.
We know that our community is stronger when everybody has the opportunity to eat fresh fruits and vegetables, to have community connections, to know that they're cared for. And so this is our way of providing those opportunities. Along those lines, we are always looking for volunteers to come and be a part of our work. This is an opportunity that takes a lot of volunteers to make happen.
Now, this event is free to anyone. There's no income requirement. Now, the program has been in effect for 3 years, and the event runs every other Friday and runs until November. For more information, check out seep.org. Live in Brooklyn Center, Sonia Goins, CCX News.
All right, thank you, Sonia. It is that time of year when the tent usually goes up in the parking lot of Dean's Supermarket in Osseo for their annual produce sale, but you won't see the tent this year.
We had some storm issue last year where we built the tent and then it came down. The storm took it down and we had to redo it. We just thought, you know, this way we don't have to worry about any weather issues.
And they won't. Managers decided to move the produce sale inside the store. For more than 40 years, Dean's Supermarket buys a big bulk order of produce in the peak of the summer growing season, and they pass along the savings to consumers. There are plenty of deals to be had on everything from whole watermelon to locally grown sweet corn from the Fishbach farm. The sale continues until Sunday. You could sample the very best of Golden Valley Thursday at the 4th annual Taste and Tour of Golden Valley.
I love Mort's. They had some great options. Good start, free dinner. I love it. And it's sunny out now.
Amy is just one of the several people who started her food journey at Mort's Deli, where she could pick up her passport and tour the businesses and restaurants around the intersection of Golden Valley Road and Winnetka Avenue.
There are 16 businesses local to Golden Valley that are participating, and you visit each one of the businesses. They will stamp your passport. You can sample food and drinks, check out their business.
The Golden Valley Rotary Club, as well as Living in the Valley events, put on the Taste and Tour. The mission of Living in the Valley is to build community among people who live and work in Golden Valley. Still ahead on CCX News, you don't want to miss an outdoor play hitting one local backyard this weekend. Plus, Maple Grove shoots for a title in the playoffs of a local boys lacrosse league in Brooklyn Park. But first, a beautiful summer weekend is in store for you. Highs are in the 70s. One man in Maple Grove is going to push his limits for homeless youth in Minnesota. Adam Hippie works as a physical fitness trainer at Orange Theory Fitness in Maple Grove. He has his sights set on a 50-mile trail ultra marathon from Carlton to Duluth and back again to raise money for Hope for Youth, a local nonprofit that helps homeless youth.
To hear that there's over 6,000 kids under 23 years old that could be homeless on any given night, that was jaw-dropping to me. That really hit my heart, and I wanted to figure out a way to use my platform to help raise as much money for that foundation as much as possible, because after going up there and meeting with them, I saw that they were more than just giving them hot meals and clothes. I saw their plans for education, their jobs, housing. I saw their vision and their mission.
Adam's goal was to raise $120 per mile, or $6,000 total, but he's blown by that goal. He's raised close to $7,000 with 2 days to go before the race. It could still go higher. If you'd like to help Hope for Youth through Adam's Run, you can go to their website, click Donate, and then click on the Orange Theory Fitness fundraiser button. Good job, Adam. It looks like it will be perfect weather this weekend for outdoor theater, and a new show just opened last night. Neil Persley has more in today's Weekend Showcase.
So we're so honored to be able to bring you this evening of free theater. Yes, free means free. And so if you are here because you are unable to afford to go to an expensive theater show, we're so happy to be able to give this to you.
What the Bunce Backyard Theater Company accomplishes in a backyard is nothing short of amazing.
This is our 5th year. So we did it 5 years in our backyard, 1 year at the Town Green in Maple Grove, and 5 years here.
Gypsies, get to work!
The fact that this year's high-quality, excellently produced show, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, is free is a testament to the pure love of theater that the many volunteers provide.
We have 50 people in the cast itself, and then we have 21 in the choir and 23 in the orchestra.
The Hunchback of Notre Dame is a bit more serious play than recent shows put on in the Bogle family backyard in Dayton.
There's a lot of reasons that I think it's important right now. There's a lot of things that it says that I think are still true today. A lot of things about hypocrisy, about outcast groups of people, about people who are looked down upon and ridiculed, and I just think that all of those messages are so important, especially now.
Michael Wesley plays Captain Phoebus de Martin.
There's a wonderful line toward the end of the show that says, "The world is cruel, the world is wicked, but there are times and there are people when the world is not, and at its cruelest, it's still the only world we've got." And I think that really encompasses a lot of what the show has to say, light and dark, foul and fair. And so I think that the audience will have a cathartic moment toward the end, but they'll also walk away feeling uplifted and inspired and believing that there is still hope in the world and that someday life will be kinder.
If you've never been to a Bunce Backyard production, you owe it to yourself to go. In Dayton for Weekend Showcase, Neil Persley, CCX News.
The Hunchback of Notre Dame is on stage now through Wednesday. Showtime is 7 p.m. And for more information and directions, visit our website, ccxmedia.org. Still ahead, kids and pets take to the streets in Robbinsdale. But first, we catch up with a talented local basketball player to see what he's up to this summer. John Jacobson is in next.
Champions will be crowned over the weekend in all 3 of the American Legion sub-state tournaments that feature teams from our area. Top seed Osseo faced Anoka in the winner's bracket in sub-state 11 Friday afternoon. Osseo gets on the board early. Ethan Lorenzen with the bouncer, pass second for a hit. John Bezdacek and Matt Bezdacek score for a 2-0 lead in the bottom of the first inning. Great defense for the Orioles, too. Watch the diving stop by second baseman Tim Lavin, and he gets the throw on target to get it out in the top of the second inning. Couple of hitters later, it's another gem. First baseman Matt Bezdacek with a great catch over the shoulder to end the inning. Jake Contreras doesn't allow a hit until the 5th, but Anoka gets right back in it as Hunter Smith bounces a hit up the middle. Scores Charlie Buffy, and the Tornadoes pull within 4-2. Next batter, Trent Fredenberg drives it deep over the left fielder's head, and this one will easily score Smith. It's a double for Fredenberg, and Anoka is within 4-3 after 5. But Osseo never gives up the lead. Contreras delivers a hit up the middle to score a run in the 6th. Osseo gets 3 in the frame, and they win 7-3. They're playing again Saturday morning in the winner's bracket at Osseo. Many summer leagues are wrapping up now as we near the beginning of August. A local team shot for a title in the Boys High School Lacrosse League hosted by Osseo Park Center. Maple Grove facing Elk River in the first semifinal Thursday night. Amazing effort here by Elk River's Kyle Carr, slipping the defender and scoring. The Elks lead 5-4 late in the 4th quarter. But Maple Grove gets the equalizer. Drew Heisler scores to make it 5-all. And it stays that way through an overtime, and the game is decided by a 1v1 battle. Maple Grove's Jack DeHame wins the faceoff, races to the goal, scoring on the low shot, and sending the Crimson to the final to face the Duluth Jacks. Maple Grove starts quickly in the championship game. Riley Casibo with a high shot in for a goal. Then Ian Slotsby takes the pass, turns and fires, and it's a 3-0 Crimson lead. Duluth rallies. Jaden Erie fires a shot and scores. The Jacks cut the lead to 5-4 in the 4th. And they get a great chance for the tying goal, but Joel Johnson with a big save. Maple Grove hangs on. They win the game, and they win the league title. 5-4 is the final. While basketball is a winter sport at the high school and collegiate level, local gyms are full of athletes playing AAU ball in the spring and summer months. In this week's What I Did This Summer, Jay Wilcox catches up with a local hoops player.
This summer, we catch up with a Park Center senior-to-be who is drawing some college basketball interest in this offseason. Tommy Chapman's part of a talented group in the Park Center basketball program and on the Twin City Pirates AAU team.
For us, it's been good. We've been going out of town, playing against high-level competition every day, trying to get better. For myself, I've just been in the gym working, trying to show everybody that I'm a Division I athlete and being able to show that. I've got some recent offers from Division II schools like Northern State, Concordia, UMD out of Duluth, and others. So recruiting's been picking up quite a lot lately.
Admittedly, a fair amount of time at out-of-town tournaments is spent in the gym, but Tommy is getting to see a bit of the USA.
We've been to Chicago, Indiana, Dallas, and Milwaukee.
AAU tournaments are surely the highlight, but time spent honing his craft elsewhere is important for Chapman too.
Me and my brother out in the driveway almost every day playing one-on-one, shooting, trying to get each other better, or we'll go up to the local Y and get some runs in there, get shots up, stuff like that. We're mostly focused on like offhand stuff we're not really good at because we can do the stuff that we're good at in the games, but other stuff like left hand, shooting off the dribble, stuff like that we work on so we can do it better in the game.
Tommy's AAU team includes several of his Park Center teammates too. They all want to get noticed by college coaches, but a me-first attitude isn't the best way to accomplish that.
I mean, if everybody's looking good, you passing the ball, sharing the ball, everybody will get looks. So it's not really more of a personal thing, it's more of a team thing, and you'll get your individual looks in between them.
For What I Did This Summer, Jay Wilcox, CCX Sports.
And that's all for sports. We're back with more in a moment.
The Whiz Bang Parade might be the most well-attended parade in Robbinsdale, but another parade certainly wins when it comes to cuteness. The annual Pet and Wheel Parade rolled from City Hall to Sanborn Park Thursday night. The Robbinsdale City Band led the way, of course. Kids on scooters and bikes followed, some in costumes, and of course pets were part of the fun too, with more than one dog mixed into the crowd. And now we have to say see you later to a very important member of the CCX media team. He's someone you don't see on air, but he's had some very important jobs behind the scenes here. Al Lunderby is retiring after more than 30 years here at Northwest Community Television. He has held many jobs during that time. Al started in public access. He's been involved in the production of the newscast, building maintenance, and most recently in Master Control. We will miss Al's wit and his jokes, but we certainly wish him the very best in his retirement. And that's all we have for now. We'll see you tomorrow.